Hello and welcome to chapter 234 of my streaming adventure. What I have on deck for you today is Standstill. Now, had a subscriber, good friend. I preface it by saying good friend in that they're going to make me play Standstill, but they did give me a choice between a couple of options, and I chose Standstill. So let's say it's on me just as much as it's on them. But I found this is a recent list that did well. I think it got 5-0 in a league, and so it seems like we'll have some interesting ones. Key interactions, if you're not familiar, Eternalize. Eternalize is something where under Standstill, you're looking for tricks that don't actually break the Standstill, and in this case, you get to cycle it to find a land early, and then by paying 4 mana, it hops out as a 4/4 zombie dragon, but you didn't cast it. So it has that sneaky benefit of being a flying threat while also, fitting the overall game plan, if that makes sense. We also have a Shark Typhoon for the shenanigans, couple of Teferi, and also a potential win con here might be Karn. Karn has a small wish board. Pithy Needle in general is going to come in for the bizarre matchups and things like that of the world, but mainly it's Ensnaring Bridge if we need it, or just going to get Mycosynth Lattice to, do normal Karn win the game things. But otherwise, this will be a lot of, quote, take your time. So, with that, let's play. I say let's play, but a lot of that will determine who is ready to play in the leagues with us. So, all right. Show off the deck. Take the opportunity to thank Mana Traders, sponsor of the stream. Now that the token event is over and you can't just have an unlocked account, you need a rental account to be able to play different decks. That's what I do. And also, shout out to Swish Gaming. That's my team, Team Swish. Let's play round 1. I believe this is a known Dredge player. So we're going to be on the draw against Dredge. So, on the draw against Dredge, who has mulligan to 6, I can waste the Bazaar, I can play a quick Karn, and go and get... Oh, I thought I had Tormod's Crypt. I do not have Tormod's Crypt. We do get Needle to turn Bazaars off, that is true. Ensnaring Bridge, too, to save us. Alright, so they kept 6. Let's pop their graveyard out. Amalgam, Narcomoeba, Shambling Shell, play a Hollow One. So that is potentially part of the problem. Oh. Evoked Grief, I did not expect. Well, that's going to get us game 1. Here, I thought my hand was good. show that's probably a good call, not having a Soul Guide Lantern, not having it's relying on Pithing Needle maybe too much. It does have Rest in Peace, but if the Karn Wish board, now how much do you want to, with only a restricted Karn, how hard do you go to set up, a bunch of a variety? Like, you could turn one of those Pithy Needles into a Tormod's Crypt, which is kind of what I was anticipating here, right? I literally just copied the Take Your Time 5-0 list. So they will be able to dredge. So I think I have to hit that. That's just kind of obvious. And then other than that, do I just deploy? Is it worth deploying Mox Ruby in a world of knowing they have... No, because like if it was Sapphire, I might even consider it. Eh. While they do play Chalice, I am not expecting them to cast any more cards with their Dredge. But that's a fair point. If they slow rolled it from the first hand. I do play Balance. Can I get... One, two, three, four, five. So I'm not there yet. What does my main deck look like? Because I am not entirely sure. I don't have swords. I have a Balance. Yeah, I'm starting to question the validity of... See? They got me. They got me. There goes Mox Ruby. Well, I could look at it in a way that... that's one more card. There's the Chalice. See? Played around it. I played around it. No Icarid over there. Well, Sir, I don't think we want to play that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not enough. Maybe they'll let me mana drain something. It'd be awesome if I could mana drain that. I am unfortunately not allowed to. And then they do have Icarid for next turn. So Icarid coming next turn kind of puts out the lights. Alright. Well, nice, quick garbage. Okay. So Standstill, not great. Shark Typhoon can be cycled to break bridges. That's humorous. I agree. I was not expecting to win game 1, but I would like to win game 1. Tabernacle in, Pithing Needle in, Rest in Peace in. So is the Ensnaring Bridge supposed to stay in the sideboard as a Karn target? For that matter, am I supposed to leave one Pithy Needle as a Karn target? Engineered Explosive can sweep up zombies. So could Supreme Verdict. What is garbage over here? Gataxian Probe. Mental Misstep from me. Flusterstorm can still deal with Force of Vigor, so I don't mind that. Balance. Merchant Scroll. Do I have time for Merchant Scroll? Potentially. How much stuff am I taking out, though? Mind Break Trap. Force of Negation. I mean, how many things do I get in a counter war over? I'm likely to fight over Force of Vigor. Force of Vigor is going to be cast on my turn for free, which is why I was saying Force of Negation is not bad. Force of Will can still deal with... If I go for a Rest in Peace, they counter it, I could counter back. But in general, Force of Will kind of feels bad. Potentially, this Library of Alexandria is not the greatest. Theoretically, yeah, that might make sense, that if Rest in Peace is the plan, we can cut at least a Timeless Dragon. I think Prismatic Ending was the other one that I didn't think was amazing. How's my blue count? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Blue count is low. I don't know if there's anything that I really want. All right, on the play. On the play, turn 1, Rest in Peace, get blown out. I think it's much better to go turn 1 Pithy Needle, followed by turn 2 Rest in Peace. It's going to make this dig through time awesome. Them keeping 7 cards is scary. Expecting to see Force of Vigor makes me not necessarily want to deploy the Mox Emerald yet. Okay. Force pitching Prized Amalgam. So then the question is, do I want to get Mox Emerald out of potential Chalice? I'll say yeah. Now let them commit to playing a Bazaar. Let's see if we can clean up, potentially Rest in Peace, whatever is thrown away from the Bazaar, as they're setting up future dredging. Icarid and a Shambling Shell. So the question is, strip first, then Rest in Peace? Another Force with a Prized Amalgam. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't expect to see that come out. So, what did they dredge? They dredged a different Shambling Shell. Okay. 1 more mana. We have potential for Jace. I'm still a blue away from Dig Through Time. Grief. So they currently have no Dredgers, but they can hop Icarid out. I mean, I might as well. Spend. Icarid has arrived. As long as, well, I was gonna say, as long as they don't hit bridge or anything like that, but they had to take a natural draw there. Okay, as mentioned, they have Force of Negation, but we know they've dredged 2 green and black cards. So I'm willing to take care of this. Draw some blue lands, hopefully. Or not. I could take the opportunity to get Rest in Peace in play. It does turn off my opportunity at Dig Through Time. I don't know, Cho, but also I don't necessarily need to play Rest in Peace. That is a good point. Like, what are they even doing? I could just wait a turn. I could also just have Tabernacle out there. I don't need to play Tabernacle, though. I like the idea of maybe being able to play this Dig Through Time. There's no pressure coming from the other side, so why not take my time? Like, they're building up to needing to discard. We have an upkeep effect. Just kidding. Man, we have blue sources, right? 3, 7. My thought is to let them get up to discard, and then once they've discarded, just deploy the Rest in Peace. Hey. Hello there. This mana base is great. Shark Typhoon, hello. Still have a blue mana floating. I would want to leave that up. I'll put back this. I've already played my land, Jeremy. Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with this. So, we know the top card of our deck is Tabernacle. Don't want Tabernacle. Not necessarily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yikes. Nice. After I've eaten my graveyard. Well, take a dragon. Got a rest in peace for you. There we go. So, any changes going into game 3? Is there anything worth changing? I feel like we're pretty reliant on the rest in peace. The fact that we were able to be on the play there certainly helped. Is prismatic ending for Chalice worthwhile? It doesn't feel like it. I mean, if anything, that's what we have Engineered Explosive. Engineered Explosive could deal with the same 0. Nah, that's probably better. Yeah, I'm not really sure I want anything different. I don't feel like I do anyway. Take a moment to gather myself. Okay, we're gathered. Let's play game 3. On the draw, we have Force, we have Rest in Peace, and we have a Serum Powder on their side. Pitching 2 Hollow Ones. I'll keep. I mean, you counter this, right? Because it's trying to come in and steal my Rest in Peace. And then we can rebuild with Ancestral Recall. I don't have that many cards that can be countered anyway. You know what I mean? We have multiple Rest in Peace. We don't have multiple Ancestrals. And if my plan is to land this Rest in Peace, I don't really expect this Dig Through Time to be doing what I want it to do anyway. All right, 3 cards from them. Amalgam, and a Shambling Shell. That's not good. So, on their turn, they'll get to, yeah. Okay. I mean, overall, this feels okay. I just have to live through consecutive turns. Dredge. What did that one hit? Okay. They did not have Icarid yet to trigger Icarid. Now they got some Narcomoebas. Luckily, no... what's the card I'm thinking of? Flashback. Cabal Therapy. Come on, man. Well, there goes the rest in peace. However, Tabernacle can still clean up these amalgams. Man. I got a lot of effects over here. Thankfully, no bridges. Yep, rest in peace hits the bin. That's a lot of amalgams. I'm not going to say that this was a great turn of events, but it ain't bad. It's how greedy do you get? We could just turn off Bazaar and play the Tabernacle. That just seems to make the most sense. And then they're on slow Dredge. Pass to you. There's only one Icarid in there, too. I think we can stay our head above water on a single Icarid. Boom, 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 boom. Well, I guess that is future Icarid fuel. So we will have multiple. There's a Cabal therapy, but still no bridge. Yep, you've seen my hand. Took my brainstorm. Okay. Well, I guess I'll draw this new rest in peace. Whoop. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So now it's a just. Can they draw Force of Vigor before I can Merchant Scroll? For a Force of Will. Pass turn. And that should be the last one. Fluster is a better call. Agreed. That's a good call, Joe. I was just thinking, what's the first blue instant I could get? Not which is the more powerful one. Because I was like, oh, Ancestral's gone. And Dig Through Time is gone. Force of Will. But if I protect this, this turns off everything because of Flusterstorm, right? Or because of Force of Vigor. Alright. So, casual defeat Dredge with Standstill, just like we drew it up. Just like we drew it up. Yeah, I definitely see if we were to refine this and work on it more, there are some changes that we could make. Land base, uh, some of the silver bullets in the sideboard, things like that. But does Standstill have any good matchups? I think Standstill's best matchup is that your opponent disconnects, or just general internet connectivity problems. So, where is it? Yeah, what we are playing today was hijacked from a 5-0 league. It seemed straightforward enough, but I mean, maybe the fact if you have your screen name as the flavor text for Standstill, that definitely probably goes a long way into just giving you better card draw and stuff like that. So maybe it's not necessarily the deck list, it's the username in conjunction with the cards in your deck. I want to, like maybe if we had some flavor text on Black Lotus, we could change our username. There's nothing there, though. What about this one? No, a lot of the powerful cards. Does Balance have flavor text? What do you want from me, Ancestral? If you don't have flavor text that is witty, how can you make your screen name, to match it? That's something where I guess is just a lost art. But what do I have coming up? So next Wednesday, the card chosen is I have to feature Hymn to Turok. Now, I know better. I'm not going to try to play Hymn to Turok in Vintage, but I think we should. There are different Hymn to Turoks in, was it Pauper? But I don't think we want to do that. All right, round 2. We won the die roll. Yes, we'd like to play. You can't keep that hand. Van Wedge, I don't know, but it's worth a shot, right? I'm gonna mulligan that. Hey, here we go. I will keep this on the strength of Standstill Go. I mean, is Wasteland? At least we have white here, but we fell into the trap of not having blue before. Obviously, we probe first. The question is, what do we get rid of? I'm kind of thinking we get rid of Mox Emerald. Like, I don't necessarily need the acceleration. I would rather have the chance to have 2 blue producing lands, just because of as stellar as our mana base was last match. Not having access to the second blue is a little scary. So I want to keep these. I don't know if Wasteland will be good, but I feel like it has potential to. So I think I actually throw away Mox Emerald here because it's off color. Show me your secrets. Ruby, Crypt, Underground, Citadel, Force, Delta, Soul Ring, but there's no blue card to go with that. Ooh. Opponent just asked, hey, do you live in Michigan? I feel like they might know me. Do I work at IDI? I don't know what IDI is. There's no wasteland from them over there. Oh, I know a John Bender. I said, well, I'm Jeremy. Nice to meet you. Here's a Standstill. Nice to meet you. Get wrecked. All right. The fact that they have the Citadel in their hand is kind of brutal, right? C. C pass is interesting. Nice to meet you. Standstill, wasteland you. Okay, Delta. Okay. I'm not liking Flusterstorm against the artifacts and Citadel they've got over there. I'm now curious who John Pinter, who lives in Michigan, is, though. I don't know that guy. All right. So, Sapphire, that's a new one they didn't have before. Ruby. Deal. Hey, Thorn. Hope you are doing well as well. Mana Crypt. Okay. Playing out this Mana Crypt is ambitious, I would say. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to thaw out a Tundra. And then while I can, I'm going to plane cycle this for a Tundra. My plan was to kind of get library going, especially if Mana Crypt is just going to shoot him in the face. But, yeah, they don't even have... So they have Bolus, they have Force of Will. Force of Will pitching a Force of Will. If I fluster this, potentially I should have played out Soul Ring if my plan was to fluster. Because this fluster would be for 3 total, they can just pay it. Yeah, I think I needed to play Soul Ring out there. I was trying to protect for the library, but I also think I needed to... Well, if it would have been one more spell. 1 more spell. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, even if it was 1 more spell, they could still pay 4 for that fluster. 2, 4. Paradoxical Outcome. How about for 2? If you have Dark Ritual, I swear. Can they pay for 1? Oh, no, they had their own Fluster. That's fair. Your own Fluster as protection. That's fair. So now I'm thinking I should just not have played Teferi and just sat back on multiple Flusters. Nope. Nope. So now they get to PO for 3. Well, we wouldn't have had Standstill in play, though. That's the problem. That's true. We win every Fluster battle once it's in play. It's okay, Van Wedge. Every Paradoxical is guaranteed to draw another Paradoxical. I believe it is required by the comp rules. So they are blue-black. PO. We haven't seen Tinker, but they've got to have Tinker. We'll see if they have another color. Basic Island? Which basic island? That's kind of cool. It's a War of the Spark basic island. They have Brainstorm to put Bolas the Citadel back in their deck so they can Tinker for it. Time Walk. Time Walk on the stack. You're going to make me yield through the turn again? Or I didn't yield through the turn. I said yield if I have no plays. Do they have 3 black yet? Opal, Jet, Underground. Okay, they can cast Bolas the Citadel now. Lost the flip. I'm liking it. Why was Mana Crypt in play again? You're not required to put it into play, as far as I can tell. Unless they've changed the... I haven't played Vintage in a while. I'm not sure if you're required to put Mana Crypt into play. Mystical Tutor. What are you going for? Yogg-Will. Sure. Yogg-Will is in effect. How did Sensei's Top die? Dress down. I'll allow it. Oh, they drew it. I was like, wait a minute. How did Sensei's Top get into the graveyard? It didn't. It did not. You know, you can play stuff out of the graveyard. Well, maybe not. You don't have any mana. Was Yogg-Will? There must be something better than Yogg-Will, right? What if you just would have gotten PO? See, now, though, they can play that PO. They found Lotus. Lotus will let them pick everything up. Maybe they misclick and pick up the Bolas Citadel. It's worth a shot. Maybe they deck themselves. Maybe they exile Voltaic Key. Well, see, that's the problem, though, is they would exile Voltaic Key, and then they would beat us with the new one that I can't think of the name of right now that makes unblockable dudes. I don't even remember if the Time Walk is in effect or if they're already on the Time Walk turn. I think they are on the Time Walk turn. Manifold Key. Got there. Yeah, Manifold Key, giving themselves the powerful ability to be unblockable. So they had 17 Storm last turn when they had to pass the turn. There are 16 cards in your hand and another Paradoxical. I am following the rules of Standstill, and I'm taking my time. I'm relaxing. I'm relaxing while my opponent takes game actions over there. Like, knock yourself out, buddy. The great Gurg. Gurging it up. Plus, this is what you come for when you want to see vintage content. You want to see Mox's tapping. You want to see a Mana Crypt in play, dealing damage for no reason. And then you pick the cards up, and you put the cards down, and you pick the cards up, and you put the cards down. That's just good vintage. Yeah, this is some true vintage here, where you're like, I pick the cards up, I put the cards down. I pick the cards up, I put the cards down. I pay some life. I make 20/20, turn sideways, attack. They chose not to pick up the Time Vault. I can respect that. I'm just over here with a Soul Ring and a Dream. Soul Ring and a Dream is all it takes to play vintage. There's the key. Now, as long as you do not put Mana Crypt back in play, I will concede to this. But heaven help you if you put a Mana Crypt in play again. Here come the artifacts. I swear, if they're gonna put that Mana Crypt in play again. We haven't even necessarily seen that they have Mentor. Like, I'm trying to remember, what is the blue-black kill? Don't they have Urza Saga? Or do they not have Urza Saga? Sedgemoor Witch, really? I mean, that's kind of cool. I want to see a Sedgemoor Witch opponent. They got 10 cards. Do they have 20 permanents? There's Urza Saga. Okay. I will concede to Urza Saga with Time Vault. That is legit. All right. Saga gets the win. So, correction. Saga gets a win for them. That is a loss. Loss for me. Okay, game 2. So our PO friend, we could potentially snag the engineered explosives, just kind of based on how they were playing. It's not a rest in peace match. Pithing Needle would be able to mess with Sensei's top. What else? What else besides top in their deck? Prismatic Ending I probably want. Saga. Oh, that's yeah. I completely forgot about Saga. Yeah. Okay. So I probably want Pithing Needles. What is not great? What is not great is probably just Mana Drain. I would say balance is potentially scary against them because I've seen balance in like PO style because you can play all your moxes out, not have a bunch of lands, and then balance. So I could see that as being less than impressive here. I mean, am I really relying on Shark Typhoons and Timeless Dragons to win the day? I'm just wondering, is it worth taking out the Dragons and the Shark Typhoons and hoping to... I don't know, if they go wide with Saga, do I need Supreme Verdict? Or is that when I would want balance? No, Engineered Explosives could take care of that. Let's keep the Explosives. I like the Narset. Force of Negation. I mean, Jace the Mind Sculptor also wins the game. And I have the most anemic Snapcaster beats in the world. I don't personally like Merchant Scroll. That might just be me. We saw basic from them, but I feel like Wasteland can just be powerful. I do kind of wonder about all of the... Oh, 61! Well, that wasn't the game plan. I was starting to wax too poetically. It would be awesome if we drew a blue. I can't keep that. I'll keep this, though. I do not currently have white. In case they have Saga, that's why I wanted the explosives in play. Because you play a Saga here, and then I look stupid with Standstill. Although we have Wasteland. So which do I deploy first, Library or Wasteland? Standstill, Crack, put me up. There should be Saga in this deck. Saga would be great with Standstill. See, we tricked him. We tricked him into playing it. Correction, they tricked us by playing... Let's draw 3. I mean, are they going to name Wasteland? Because that would suck. They got us. Are they watching the stream? Dear Great Gurg, are you watching the stream? Flooded Strand could have been potentially more dangerous. Okay, hello. Tap for 2 blue. Force of Will, Emerald, Pithing Needle. I kind of want that strip mine. Force of Will for protection. Needle to just put it on their Saga to prevent anything coming. We're a little ways off this one. Also, that prevents them being able to swing into Narset. That was my thought. Oh! I could have named Scalding Tarn. I probably the fact that they let this come in, I think I was supposed to name Scalding Tarn. Right? Had it. I had it the whole time. I mean, one, two, three. I have hard cast force here. First of all, rude. Do I care? Because they will pick up. It turns off Tolarian. On their turn, they don't have enough mana to activate the Saga. Okay, that was the other concern, is they would make a Saga and then beat in on Narset. So I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to float 3 blue and let it happen. I believe I have already played a land. Are they going to try to do anything else? They're just going to sit and take damage off. Like, I like this plan. So the problem is the next Saga, like say they go get an Expedition map, They tapped the saga during the draw step instead of where they needed it. Like, say they would have gotten map and then tapped the underground for the second one. Just casually tapping a library, drawing a card. No big deal. I'm just that would have been a play that could have made potential sense. But yeah, they didn't have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to cast Brainstorm during my end step. Well, we'll draw 3 here. They're going to draw 1 card and put 2 cards back on top of their library thanks to Narset. So I think this is okay right now. So yeah, they're going to throw 2 cards back on top. And then these wastelands kind of suck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, because I can kill the Pithy Needle. That's true. Let's Mox Jet. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. What do I want to get rid of? Potentially Pithy Needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have to throw away 3 more. We'll get rid of 1 wasteland. It's not like they have that many anyway. 2 more. I want the Prismatic Ending. I want Treasure Cruise to refuel, so I guess I'll throw away a Ponder. And okay. So in response to anything, I can also draw off the library. Throwing away the artifacts did power down my Tolarian Academy, though. Was not thinking about that. So end step, I think I want to crack the Flooded Strand. Sure. All right. So I'm going to use this opportunity to get another Tundra. Then draw. Okay. Let's go to our turn. Play that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mental misstep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey! All right. Evening, Steve. So far, against Dredge, we lost the first game, won the next 2. Against PO, we lost the first game and have won this one. That's funny. I was trying to draw to Timeless Dragon. Spoilers, it's not in your deck. Maybe I want like a Shark Typhoon. Shark Typhoon would be able to be like a surprise blocker. Although against PO, if I'm trying to block their Urza token, I'm not going to be... Their creature was obviously going to be larger than mine. I feel like 3 Pithing Needle might be a lot. Oh, yeah. Also, I'm at 31 cards, or 61 cards. I feel like 3 Pithing Needle might be a lot. We do want to stop Saga. We do want to stop Top, but I'm going to cut one. I'm going to cut one, and I want to get this Timeless Dragon back. I kind of like one terrible Timeless Dragon. I just don't know what do you cut for Timeless Dragon? You know, that's a conversation I often have with myself. What do I cut from this Standstill deck for Timeless Dragon? I mean, literally every day in the shower, driving to work, just it comes up all the time. Could be Mana Drain. I mean, what am I supposed to do if I don't have Standstill in play? And I feel like I'm not even that great with Standstill in play. But I've had turn 1 Standstill twice. I could see that. If we draw the Timeless Dragon, we'll know it could have been a Treasure Cruise. To be fair, I could have just put it in the deck. I mean, heck, we won game 2 with 61 cards. And we have a solid 6-minute advantage. We've got Force of Will, but nothing to go with it. They are keeping 7. We could just be dead. I feel like this is not good enough. This hand is just not good enough. I think it's that simple. Alright, if the other hand was not good enough, why would this hand be better? This hand would be better because as long as I don't die, I can have Flusterstorm, where Force wouldn't do anything. Basic Island, go. See, get all your Moxes out before the Standstill hits. And then I'll draw Engineer Explosives and kill you. We could try the Pithing Needle trick again. They figured it out. Time Vault, okay. I really want to draw a Mox so I can play the Pithing. So do I just play Pithing Needle? Because Flusterstorm won't protect me from Key. That's my reasoning. Although what might have made more sense... Okay. I was going to say, what might have made more sense is to take this turn to have shields with Flusterstorm and then try to resolve Pithing Needle with Flusterstorm back up. See? So here comes Tinker. Let's hope we're not dead. Probably dead. Let's see if they can kill me in 7 minutes. That's a good one. Ha! They had the key. Passing the turn over there. So, passing the turn makes me think Standstill would be interesting here. Because they either hit a land on top, or... But I wouldn't be able to play into it. So maybe next turn I can try to Standstill if we get to stay alive. So then that means... And I'm going to save... I'm going to save this Fluster to hopefully fight like a PO. Okay. So he's either like Force of Will, or was an ugly island on top of their deck. Merchant Scroll, likely what? Get PO here? And we'll go to their hand. Ancestral. That's a good one. Karn the Great Creator. Well, you're not allowed to Flusterstorm that one, I checked. Opponent down to 5 minutes. Do they have a Mycosynth Lattice in the graveyard? What are you tapping for? 1, 2, 3. So this Fluster... This would stop it, but then leave us shields down. But we are shields down against most things. The fact they're casting this from hand means they likely are stuck on top. Or, yeah, I was going to say, they're flustering too early. So they had their own fluster, so bad news for me. So maybe I should... No. Deploying Standstill wasn't going to necessarily be any better. Okay. I think we have the same art, so maybe they will misclick. Come on, misclick. That's all I can hope for now is misclick or timeout. Opponent properly navigates the Flusterstorm lottery and is now in the red zone. We have yielded. So can opponent kill us in 4 minutes and change? Hardcast PO. It certainly appears to be, yeah. Kind of surprised, like, is there nothing in the Karn board for them to be able to go get? Like, even like a 0 mana something, it's one more card for them to draw off the PO, etc., etc. I don't know. I wonder if opponent is going to have to go Karn, activate Bolas's Citadel, attack for 6, Honestly, that would be pretty sweet. I kind of want to see that. I want to see Manifold Key make Bolas' Citadel unblockable. See, now they go for Tormod's Crypt. You had that. That was a thing you could have done last iteration. I don't know. I mean, it would have been pretty sweet. Sorry, I looked away. I wasn't sure if we were dead yet. Apparently, we are not dead yet. Just talking to my brother about getting his COVID booster booked. Glad to hear it. If you are not, consider getting out there and getting that done. What happened? Karn went away. Karn came back. Sorry. Cards go up. Cards go down. Cards go up. Cards go down. I want to see them. See, they had Mycosynth Lattice the whole time. It would have been so much more impressive if you would have just attacked with... See, now I'm disappointed. Like, it would have been so much cooler. Look, like, of course, there's a Mana Crypt in play. Because of course there is. Why wouldn't Mana Crypt be in play? Shoot him for 3. I get attacked. Shoot him for 3. Concede the game. Alright. That could have been more exciting. It did come down to the wire with a 10-minute lead on our opponent. But nobody's got time for that. Nobody's got take your time for that. See what I did there? I mean, I hope so. It was pretty obvious. I am impressed. We've been pairing up matches pretty quickly. Let's go for a little bit of round number 3. What is this name? That's going to be a name and a half. Okay. We have 1 land, Flusterstorm, Mindbreak Trap. They didn't reveal a companion. Well, I mean, that's just solid. We're close to, like, Timeless Strat. Like, I understand this deck is not... How many lands are we running? 19 land? That's like 20 land. Lots of available Moxens to draw. I'm not quite sure why hovering over this makes it believe in Prismatic Ending. Greedy. Greedy! What do you got for me? Basic Island, Black Lotus. That's 1. The old Black Lotus passed the turn. Bum bum. I like that we at least drew a force effect, so I'm not feeling absolutely like garbage. See, like, they're trying for this on my turn in the end step. I can't even fluster it. That's how funny it is because of the Lotus available to them. Okay. How can we get them to fight some attrition? What would be tremendous would be to draw a land so that I can get Timeless Dragon to get me the third land, etc., etc. Preordain is spell number 1. What is this? One of the new spooky Halloween islands. I mean, welcome into Old Man Jeremy, but there's just too many different secret layer art type shenanigans going on that it's I can't even fathom in paper where you're gonna be like, what's that card? What's that card? Okay, what's that card? You're just gonna every single card they play. And then I remember once upon a time, what was it? Jarvis wasn't able to play his Tarmogoyfs because they had Snoopy on them. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Snoopy? That's a little crazy, don't you think? Bottom, preordain. Top, bottom, preordain. Land, 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 land. Oh, had it! Had it the whole time! Question, should I... No, I think I want to plane cycle the dragon and then go for it. Because we still have trap. And fluster. Pitch counters get that much better when you have the extra cards from Standstill. I mean, I see the Unfinity or whatever arts are a little Dak Faden. I try, no. What's the least likely card in my hand to be cast? I'm going to say Treasure Cruise. Pyroblast, as expected. Oh, Jeremy. Jeremy's game plan involved, just fluster the deck. We'll still get him. Yeah, I know. I saw it too. What are you doing? As soon as it was like, why aren't you highlighted, Flusterstorm? Just wait. So end step, we plane cycle. And then we play Standstill with Flusterstorm up. That ain't great, but it could do something. Blood Moon. These Flusterstorms are a little brutal over here. Imagine if you would, that we had Flusterstorm the Pyro. They did something about it, and we trapped all of their stuff away. Are we going to have a better time to Mindbreak Trap? Unlikely. Taste it. Alright, we'll plane cycle. What does this cost? 2 white, white. So my game plan here, I don't know, kind of is to stay alive. So I mean, solid plan, right? 2 basics, Blood Moon. I mean, the 2 basics make a lot more sense with the Blood Moon. You have to expect Pyroblast main. That's just vintage dot format. So Dak Faden will help them improve their hand, but what are they necessarily improving toward? Whereas they've already seen the Timeless Dragon from our side. Force pitching a Snapcaster Mage. Opponent's name is a reference to Naruto. That literally doesn't... Like, I know that Naruto is a thing, but that doesn't mean I understand it anymore. I mean, I've seen Avatar. I haven't seen Naruto. Oh, double force. Exiling Snapcaster, exiling Ethereal Forge. You go. You go, boy. That's not bad. So now they have no cards. I mean, Dak Faden is obviously going to be some... Yeah. Draw 2, keep your best card. And it will be Treasure Cruise, and I will be sad. Hope they don't have, like, the Lelia. That card's good. Pitch Bolt Sapphire. Keep 1 card. Okay. So, do we play the Dragon? Do we play Jace? Do we play Karn? If we play Karn, because imagine they're holding Pyroblast right now, right? Jace gets Pyroblasted. Karn go get Crucible. I don't even have any lands in my graveyard. Karn go get Pithing Needle. Whereas if I go get... I'm not necessarily guaranteed to play anything next turn. Let's stay out of Bolt range. Because we've already seen that they have Bolt. And then next turn, if we choose to, we could go get Pithy Needle and play it. Alright, they're still ticking up. Ticking up with the hopes of getting an emblem? Perhaps. Island... Wouldn't you keep that if you're so close to an emblem, though? That's a little weird. Like a pithy. would like. They don't have like Murktide region, do they? Yikes. Because my plan here is to follow up. Okay. Dak, Faden. Greatest Thief in the Multiverse. Let's make a big dragon. Pass turn. I mean, they probably have Shattering Spree type effects. Clear my... Okay. I was going to say, clear the Pithing Needle, and then... Dak Emblem. For that matter, do I clear... Yikes. Yikes. Okay, that's an island we knew they had. Sideboard again. There aren't a lot of exciting cards out of the sideboard. Like, it's kind of like Bridge and Lattice. There's no awesome Sky Sovereign to just mess with people. I love Sky Sovereign. Even like Liquid Metal Coating. Liquid Metal Coating would do something. Okay, there's a fat whale. Opponent has 6 cards in hand. One, two, three, four, 5. What if Jace just bounces Ethereal Forager? Do you think they have another Force of Will? There's 2 forces exiled. Karn could just go get Lattice. And then I just block. So they have another Lightning Bolt. My thought, if I play Jace, I'm playing into Pyroblast again. Is this resolve? Oh, they had Spell Pierce and I was playing around it. I'm so smart. So they would have had Force regardless. I think Timeless stays on defense. They attack, they're going to pick up Ancestral. But if they attack and pick up Ancestral, they lose the Forager. So maybe they don't attack. I feel like they should, though. Is Ancestral worth losing the other 3 cards? Probably. I'll block. Resolves. I can't stop you. I'm legally not allowed to stop you. See, now what sucks is I don't even have a way to exile the lattice. That's not true. I can exile the lattice with one of my delve spells and then recarnate. I have a Jace. Did you find another bolt? Like none of these other cards. Like I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look at my sideboard anymore because nothing in there does anything. Bottom on that preordain. Oh, Treasure Cruise is already gone. I have to remember that. Opponent's thinking pretty hard over there. I mean, I can't necessarily... Shattering Spree. That's a good one. Dak Emblem. All right, things are going to get bad for us pretty quick here. I was going to say, do we... Because all they have to do is target. But they're 2 Pyroblasts down. How many things do they still have left at target, do you think? And once again, what can Karn even go get? I closed it. I was like, I don't want to go look anymore. And yeah, I still look. We could get Pithing Needle once they take something to turn it off. That's funny. Do I use the Karn? That's big brain. Do I use the Karn to go get Pithing Needle? I have 1 remaining Delve spell. So it's like getting that lattice is even less likely. Like they could have another Dak Fade. Like after all that time, they probably just have another Dak Fade. I mean, it's not great. That was the other card I almost named. Do you have Lightning Bolt to steal my 4/4? You do. Do force pitching a Merchant Scroll. Okay. I mean, I could beat a Timeless Dragon, right? Mystic Sanctuary. Man. Their deck's better than ours. You should. Why didn't you name... Oh, they must have had that in their hand. I was like, wait, they Scalded Tarn for something else. That was interesting. 3 cards left in hand. What are they? Scalding Tarn, Misty Rainforest Island. We know they are drawing whatchamacallit. One, two, three, four, 5. They're going to draw Ancestral. Blue and 4 mana available. Play a Misty. Take it. Let's take away the possibility of any more Mystic Sanctuary shenanigans. Oh, Mana Drain, yes. That's one we're looking for. Now, if they do have more Mystic Sanctuaries, don't you just go get any of these other spells and blow me out? Right? No blocks. I'm at 5. I'm at 5 with Mana Drain and a Dream. That's Wasteland. A Dream of drawing, I believe it's Prismatic Ending to exile this token. That is the current Dream. When did you draw a Mystical Tutor? I just feel like that can target something, and that's bad news for me, so let's just Mana Drain it. Let's believe in the heart of the cards to rely on another thing. Animated show. Go to 1. Two blue. Is this Dig Through Time? Are you paying costs, sir? I would like to know if that does anything to this token and stops them from existing, because that'd be awesome. Right? That could be sweet. Thing in the Ice? Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't even know what I want right now. It ain't that. We did. Does this... Does this, like, flip? Okay, they do have to play a spell. That was, like, I was hoping it would just flip and like throw the dragon away. But apparently that ain't happening. We did. I was hoping for that aspect of it. So far, we're losing a lot of game ones, and it ain't going great. But I will say, based on what their deck is trying to do, I think Rest in Peace is probably a great plan. Mystic Sanctuary, etc., etc. They are definitely a DAC deck, which makes me think we maybe just move these Pithy Needles in the main. Although we did see they have Shattering Spree, etc. Let's bring a Prismatic Ending in. We can get multiple colors off the multiple Moxes, though, which is nice. Flusterstorm. Verdict, true. Alright, so then the question is, well, what don't we want? Overall, I feel like we didn't really draw timely Wastelands, because if we could have kept them off red earlier, that would have been more impressive. Their creatures and stuff make Flusterstorm less impressive, especially their the Planeswalkers as well. Mindbreak Trap, I think, was just a coincidence. I think that's one that can go. I don't believe Mana Drain is a playable Magic card, so I think maybe that needs to go. Merchant Scroll in general, I'm just not a fan of. Karn? I don't know about Karn. Cut a dragon. We leave a Pithy Needle as a sideboard bullet. I still have to get rid of 3 cards. I'll say a Standstill just in case they get on the board before us. And it might just be Forces of Will. Like, I don't necessarily want to get to try to trade Forces when they are doing, they have Pyroblast available to them. Maybe a Negation and a Force of Will. Well, I like the removal aspect of the Negation. Maybe 2 Rest in Pieces, and I'll keep a Force of Will for good measure. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Man, 6. Drop to 7. I don't feel like they're the kind of deck that kills me on the first turn. We didn't read books our entire childhood to not go to the library. I did not expect that to happen. Sure. Basic Island. Would they fight over this? Okay. Can I? They didn't even float the blue. I kind of want to. I should have done that off the single. I got myself out of the library. I shouldn't have played that land, damn it. Or I shouldn't have played the emerald. I should have done it all through. I should have done it through the lotus. That was just wrong. That was wrong. Yeah, I don't want to destroy myself. Balance would wipe out my lands. Okay, back with a basic. Discard step for them. Do I want to take it out or do I want to have it available to me? I think I want to brainstorm shuffle ability. So 4. Basics. Well, it just dies to a Pyroblast, and that feels terrible. Blood Moon. I have a basic Plains in my hand. That's cute. I mean, that's potentially correct. Okay. I can't stop that with either of my counterspells, so sure. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I let that happen? One, two, three. I can kill their creature. And make them discard at least one card. Discard a card and destroy your creature. Go to next turn. We don't currently have double blue. Go Karn, go! Karn, Karn, Karn. Karn is great. Alright. Engineered explosives could potentially kill a Blood Moon. If I care about that, I don't know if I do. Could always Karn for it. Shark Typhoon in a world of pyroblasts feels sketch-tastic. But maybe they won't. Maybe they won't draw it. I mean, that happens, right? Yeah, if we're gonna do tricky stuff, I almost want the other Timeless Dragon instead of this Typhoon, because if I hard cast it, it's a 5/5. If I Trickeration it, it's a 4/4. Both of those are out of traditional bolt range, and they don't get pyroblasted. Anything else? Let's give it a shot. We do not have a lead on our opponent. Just have to remember that, Jeremy. They're mulliganing. I'll keep. Off the potential for a quick Jace. Second main. I almost played that. Reminder, we have to kill them. Two, three, four, five. That's a good one. Expressive iteration. Okay. I realized I didn't draw on their turn. I probably should have. Come on. I'm taking too long on this is the problem. Exactly. I think I spent too long. I also gave up a couple draws. Trying to quick really fast. Mystic Sanctuary getting back what? Red Elemental Blast. They're going to draw into it. Bolt. Okay, so they have Red Elemental Blast coming. What do you got here? Dig through time in response. They're going to draw that Red Elemental Blast, but they can't play it here. So we know Red Elemental Blast is one of the ones available to them. Blue 2. Brainstorm. Put back. Have I played a land yet? I don't think so. 1. One, 2, 3, 4. If I hadn't tapped the Tolarian when I did, I could have got more out of it. Sure. Sure. I was going to say, they have to have 2 there or it doesn't do them any good. Can they completely flip it is what I'm curious of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you have a force for this as well? They have Gush. All they need is to have Lightning Bolt or anything like that, though, and they just kill me. They can shatter the ensnaring bridge. Like that. Now what's funny is that'll trigger, it'll flip the forager. And steal all their cards underneath it forever. Come on, baby. Oh, they had the force too. I'm curious if it's there, though. I'm curious if the Fluster is in the top 3. I think we know the next one is a Mox. Sure. Yeah, at least the next card is a Mox. Yeah, we're just dead. Next 2, it was not there. Oh, Oklahoma. Well, as Montolio mentioned, it ain't a standstill match if somebody isn't in the red zone. Yeah, I mean, what was it? Last round, opponent was in the red zone. We still had 11 minutes left. So it's not that it's us every time. I mean, it's okay, a lot of it is us. But hey, let's keep these matches going. Round number 4. Yes, I would like to play first. Keep. So my thoughts are not getting stripped or wasted. Do I just get basic? Pass turn. So now, am I going to get stuck with this Teferi? Mystical Tutor. Resolves. Lands. Ancestral Recall. That's a good one. Let's see here. What are we thinking? Ponder can possibly dig me to other stuff. Treasure Cruise could. I mean, are you ever casting Treasure Cruise? Let's be honest with yourself. Okay. I mean, it gets me to a white source, but I don't want these cards. Shuffle Bug. Need to put the yield on for the Mana Vault trigger. We're down 30 seconds, Jeremy. Keep it snappy. Sure. This is what I got. This is what I got going on, buddy. Feel free to go crazy. That's pretty good. Not sure why he yielded there. I'd like to kill that one. I'd like to move to second main. Okay. This is going great. Doot. So at least the plan can be we've already hit the academy. I don't necessarily need wastelands. Right? Well, that helps. Let's play that. Let's play that. Pass of the turn. Sit here staring at each other. Pass turn. That would be pretty good. One, two. Yeah, I like that line, Steve. What you got going on over there? They've got Citadel, Sapphire, Hercule, Repeal, Tinker. Blue. Ah, we missed the red. You dummy. Look at that. We won a game. Game 1, I should clarify. We won a game 1. Teferi bounce my own Standstill. Don't mind if I do. Alright, so what did we determine last time? We determined that prismatic ending and engineered explosives to mess with them. And then pithy needle for the sagas. And Sensei's top. And we said balance is bad against them. Mind Break Trap, good. Force Negation, good. Mana Drain is Mana Drain, so whatever. But if we want a prismatic ending, we obviously don't cut this one. The 2 Timeless Dragons. I don't think it's ever occurred to me. That's the big thing, Adam. It's like, yeah, I could do that, but my thought was I was going to start bouncing like their boxes and stuff back to their hand. I didn't think about the unlock aspect of Teferi. Yeah, what do I want to get rid of? Like, I want Flusterstorms. Do I get rid of Mana Drain? Merchant Scroll here is kind of slow. We could cut one of the dragons. Like, I'm still not big necessarily on Shark Typhoon. Like, I like having threats underneath the Standstill, but... Or do I just want max max prevent defense? That's a good question, Van Wedge. I probably would have brainstormed, but that's out of habit. That doesn't mean it wasn't correct. Or it doesn't mean it would be correct to do so. I hate Merchant Scroll. Mana Drain. What's one more cut? Like, they don't have that many lands, so maybe a Wasteland is a cut. You know what I mean? Like, they don't even have that many lands in the first place, so having one more colorless source from Wasteland isn't great. I think I'm actually going to cut a singular Wasteland. I don't know if that's correct, but that's what I'm going to do. We have a cute picture of the dog upstairs. Not sure you're able to see that, but a very cute Sirius. Opponent mulligans to 6. This hand sucks. I mean, theoretically, you could go land, Soul Ring, Engineered Explosive, and like blow up a bunch of Moxes, but I don't know that they're necessarily going to play out that way. I don't like the fact this doesn't have interaction, but it's also probably just too many lands. If it had like maybe one less land, okay. Keep, because we're protected from the broken. Yeah, Ship Planes, I feel like, is Pithy Needle. I'll allow it. Wasteland. Mox Opal, that's 2 spells. They stayed out of Mindbreak range. Now, is it worth? No, I want to save this for the potential setup of Brainstorm, so I'm just going to start with Thunder. Okay, that feels great. Is there a reason to... I mean, it's colorless. It's one more card to throw away. Yeah, it's one more card to throw away. I think that makes more sense. Thank you, Montolio. Have a great night. Take care. All right. I was like, oh no, you didn't crack Floodstrand. Well, that's terrible for me. So they have 3 cards remaining. This is currently on. My thought is, yeah, do we try to... So we do want a Wasteland. Oh, that's true. Don't expect me to read stuff in play. What's wrong with you? So they've played 1 spell. Fluster from them. Now, if they play one more spell, we trap them. I was going to say, I've already forgotten what I put back on top, but I also fetched it away, so it doesn't really matter. That's also why I moved him around. I do think I end up coming up one short. Yep. Yep. So they were able to pay for one more than mine. That's one. This is an upkeep. Tinker. Is there a reason to hit? That's two. It's not fair because if they Karn for something and we trap it, they just get to put it back. You know what I mean? How's that fair? Revealing an artifact. 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll play it. We'll trap it. And then they can just go get it again. That's a Sphinx. Okay. So they could just cast it that next turn. Force pitching the Sphinx. They pitched the Sphinx to get the Force of Will, and then Karn can just go get it again. That's pretty good. They Karned for a Force pitch. That's great. That's just good magic. You got it. I'll allow it. Come on. That ain't it. That's not the best game plan. All right, we draw Prismatic Ending. We Prismatic Ending the Pithing Needle, and then we waste Tolarian, and they can't cast. Yeah, they can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like they basically just cast Sphinx again. Go get Sphinx. Mycosynth Lattice. I'll allow that. We die. All right. I foolishly won the first game, not thinking of the real impacts that would lead to. We're going to put a mana drain in because it's going to be awesome when it actually works. On the die roll. Turn 1. Yeah, keep. They mulligan to 6. 1, 2. That is another good point. One. I don't know. Do they actually splash red? I mean, we don't know if they're Grixis or not. Let's see what this Ponder does. I didn't realize I had the Mindbreak Trap. They shuffled. They're going to Mental Misstep. I will Mindbreak Trap your Mental Misstep. So the question is... Yeah, we waste them first. Play smart, Jeremy. Okay. Soul Guide, sure. Take my Ancestral. Fair enough. What did we say Pithy Needle was for? I've already forgotten. Oh, they got basic. What a cheater. Draw. Play. Repeal? I'll allow it. So, well, yeah. I mean, we just ended up wasting it, but... 2. Narset. So they have 2 cards left in hand. The Ruby that they bounced, they replayed. Is it Snapcaster or is it Teferi? Is this going to happen to me again where they can pay for 1 more than I can pay for? Because they're going to put 5 copies. I'm going to put 6. Yeah, and then they just pay. That's awesome. Maybe we should get Snapcaster. Well, I found a Force of Will. Yikes. So we could stop Narset from drawing another card. That might be worthwhile. Narset, Parter Veils. Yeah, had I still had Snapcaster, I could have put pressure. Let's take out a couple Moxes and neuter the Tolarian is my thought. Paradoxical 4-2. Get those two back. They have Force and a mystery card. If I Fluster, Fluster's only 4-2. This Narset is problematic, man. Force pitching Fluster, and then if I Fluster back, it should be able to do something this time. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. If I pick it up to put Yep. Luckily, Narset can't clear for them. They could just kill us. So, even if I bounce this, I don't get the value from it. Because my card is prevented from drawing. Those we knew about. Maybe let's try to hardcast it. Force will that? They at least can't make the saga here. Do I Treasure Cruise for +1 card? I mean, potentially. It's more than the 0 it's doing right now. Really? Why did you not make a dude? I was worried about Teferi getting killed. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. That gives me a third color. Blue, black, white. All right, can we claw our way back into this? Pick this up, reset it on top, most likely. What would Demonic Tutor be going to get? I mean, I think I have to let it happen because of the Flusterstorm, but I need them to commit to something else. Urza Saga? Urza Saga is bad for me. Teferi, Bounce Needle, set on Saga. That could be reasonable. Teferi, Bounce Needle, reset it on Saga now that Narset is out of the pool. I mean, that's a good one. Taps for 3. I basically am trying to, like, letting them Ancestral is terrible news for me, but that's not the card that's killing me currently. I really have not liked these Flusterstorms. I mean, they have failed me when my opponent has Fluster with the ability to... Okay. Then they'll draw into it with top. What is... Like, Tinker's gone, right? Yeah. And it has to be blue mana. I think I let this happen. And hope Flusterstorm can stop it. Because I could have stopped this, right? Because it would have been spell number 4. I could have stopped this. Now, are they going to get the... Well, they can't Flusterstorm back. They can't Flusterstorm back, Jeremy, so never mind that part of it. They are not floating off... Okay. I was going to say, they're not floating off the Tolarian. They should. They didn't. And they played a basic, which is kind of surprising, right? Four. Paradoxical. Yep. 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 So 2, 4 brainstorm. I could explosive away their zeros. But knowing that I'm just drawing back into this stuff. Explosive away the zeros. Play a standstill. One, two. Or should I name Sensei's top? Because I know what they put on top. Sensei's divining top. Yes. This for 0. Three. Below it. Play a new. Pass. Because we know what they were going to draw. Yeah. That's true. Okay. Draw 3. These are a good 3. Plus 1, 2, 3. Minus. Yes. Lattice. Cast. Woo! That one, I feel like I made that harder than it needed to be. That was a lot of rust, being perfectly honest. Sequencing, Flusterstorm. Vintage is where everything moves a little bit faster, and when everything is moving a little bit faster and you're playing Standstill and you're like, guys, whoa, come on. Can we just play it slow? And it's like, really? Really? So I don't know what I expected, but yeah. I'm kind of happy with our record so far, 2-2. I feel like we could have played better. I also feel like we've gotten pretty lucky. So I don't know. It exists. The dude abides. Is this the match that's going to take forever to pair? Should I go fill my water? I'm going to go fill my water. I'd like to say thank you to everybody watching right now. I really do appreciate it. If you aren't already, please consider following the channel. It does help me. If you happen to be watching this later, on my uploads go to both my channel and the Swish Gaming channel. You can find us over there on YouTube, and if that's where you're watching, go ahead and, like a video, comment, hit the bell icon. I think that's a thing on YouTube. All that good stuff. If you want to have me play subscribe, that's what it was. If you want me to play crazy decks like, hey, Jeremy, you should play Standstill, you could subscribe to my Twitch channel. Subscribers and resubscribers get to give me a single card strategy, a archetype, a format they want to see me play, and that's what the wheel is all about. The wheel lets us play some interesting ones. Next week, we have Hymn to Turok. Now, I get to do whatever I want with Hymn to Turok, but that is the prompt. So, all right, let's play round number 5. Lost the die roll. Yeah, Vandwedge, what's going on there? Why didn't it play? We have last seen in Eternal Weekend, right? Or was that 2 weeks ago? I've lost all strength of time. I mean, this is good and bad. Misty Rainforest, Volcanic Island, Preordained. So far, things are okay. Preordain was a top. What about Narset? Force of Negation, pitching a Dak Fading. Force pitching a second Dak Faded. All right, double Mind Twist. Or not, okay. No, that's a build your own Hymn to Turok. How about that? Pass turn. This Tolarian Academy is looking a little sad. I know it. We will cast literal him to Turok. Don't you worry. What is this? There's nothing I get. I couldn't have stopped that if I wanted to. Did they take the opportunity of shields down to go for it? Probably. Oh, it's still end step. My bad. 1, 2. Whatever, it's dragging it up. Boom! I've got a dragon covered in Lazatep. Cool, I die to whatever this is. Ancestral. Yep. Swords. This dies a prismatic ending, doesn't it? Swing. So, I have Hardcast Force. I kind of want to hold up Hardcast Force until I go for Jace. Because I feel like if I just went for Jace and they had Pyro or whatever, I'd feel bad. And right now, I have pressure, so why don't I just protect the pressure? I'm down 74 cards, but, you know. We might be down a bunch of cards, but yikes. I can't erase that. Yep. So I have 2 cards left. So if I do 4, if I play this, it's 2 and 4. What I'm debating, if I just bounce Mentor, they play it again next turn, and that eats up a bunch of their mana, sure. And then now Timeless Dragon is on prevent defense. Yep. Monastery Mentor is a hell of a card. Come on, balance. I should have saved the strip mine. I shouldn't have used it. You're right. Oh. Okay. Luckily that doesn't turn off some of my top decks. I mean, we're not dead yet. I'm just trying to restrict what they can. They can't cantrip too much if I can take a bunch of their things away is my game plan, honestly, here. I mean, I'm not dead. Blue, green, white. I mean, I have liked the off-color Moxes being able to fuel the prismatic ending. Two, four, six. Like, imagine if Mentor was spitting stuff out there, right? That'd be problematic. Preordain was a top bottom. Not what we were looking for. Because all they have to do is cast the thing and it triggers and kills me. Okay. Getting closer. Pay 2 life. Why would I think I would win a game 1? You buffoon. You don't win game 1s. Well, Prismatic Ending was good there. Yeah, I mean, Lavinia, I couldn't play around Lavinia. I don't know what you want from me. Engineered Explosive to clean up monks. Jeskai. I mean, we saw Dak Faden, but Dak Faden just got exiled to Force of Will, so. Like, they have swords and stuff like that. Mind Break Trap is unlikely. Just what eliminates dead draws? Standstill. Like, if we're behind, like, this Standstill is going to be absolutely brutal. Do I want a Tabernacle? Treasure Cruise worth than Standstill? That's believable. I can't cast Treasure Cruise early. Rest in peace. That's not the kind of thing I want. Alright. If so, I play a turn 1 Teferi. That doesn't even do anything. Start out with a probe. It could be anything. It could even be a boat. Lotus, Mox Pearl. I would have a blue floating, but then I no longer have protection. That's true. It can't even be a boat. Would bounce the Pearl and replay, and I would draw another card deeper, but I don't think that's good enough. I'll keep this. So we're going to lead with Ponder. Prismatic Ending is good, but I think I would rather have the dragon, and we'll just draw the ending later. Two. They are keeping 7. So, another dragon, Cataxium Probe, and an Engineered Explosives. I mean, this makes sure we hit mana. So I get one of these. It could be the probe. Probe would draw into the second one, and then I can have all of these. So let's go. What do you got going on over there? Dreadhorde. Why didn't we bring in Rest in Peace? Mox Burl drew it like a champ. For Force of Will and Force of Negation. But they don't have anything they can play with it currently. If they draw anything, it's problematic. I could try to Ending and get a negation or a Force of Will from them. And then based on that, I could follow up with Engineered Explosives. Yeah. No, I'm just thinking, like, how do we get them to commit the second Dreadhorde? So let's go ahead and try to Prismatic Ending this. Because they'll pitch. Really? Yep. Hey. I mean, they didn't need to, but so now they have Force of Will and Force of Negation and Flusterstorm and 3 other cards. So, what would make them? Putting it out on 2 doesn't do anything. If I make sure I hit that land drop, they will be able to stop me. Play this for 2. Potentially, this gets them. I mean, they could very well have Shattering Spree, etc., and then just still flashback the Ancestral. Or they do not care. That's another thing entirely. Yep. Casual 47 cards over there. Take one. Ragavan. Man, Ragavan's good. Currently are stopping in their pre-combat. I mean, I don't want them to replay a Preordain. What's it going to get? That's a good one. They get their Preordain anyway. Nothing I could do to stop them. The bigger thing is, I'm going to play this dragon, and they're just going to swords it. It's not going to matter. They're discarding over there. They have an embarrassment of riches. If I cycle again, swords off the treasure token. Ooh. Now you may deploy one of your 17 counterspells. Yep. At least I gained 4 life. Oh, I lost 4 life. Flooded Strand. Okay. Dak Faden. Could be worse. Not by much, but... Pitch Tundra Brainstorm. Imagine if I just got to hardcast this bad boy. That'd be terrific. I could cycle and play a Teferi with the hope of playing this next turn, knowing that it doesn't look great. What do you say, opponent? They might just... No, they could just hardcast Force, and then they still have their other Force. That just makes more sense. They just have Pyro. Yep, so they still are holding a Force of Will. That's terrible for me. Narset plus on your opponent. For max value, Narset plus on your opponent. Blech. Opponent just has too much value going on. I don't know what to do over here. Too much value, opponent. You gotta do the cool Dak Faden though. You gotta Dak Faden me, buddy. Come on. Nice. They did it. Bravo. I think we're done playing that one. No longer have cards in our hand, so. Well, this isn't as bad as I thought it would be. We got 2 wins in there. So 2 and 3 overall. And we were at least in every match until that last one. The losses, we still took the 3 games. So that's, I don't know, that's pretty impressive overall. We did comment at the very beginning, there's some deck building choices here that if you really wanted to pursue this, some changes that you could make, but I think this was a fun and interesting one to come up on the wheel, but not sure how often I would play this on purpose. So, I mean, Prismatic Ending felt like it was really versatile, and if you could couple that with Teferi and your off-color Moxes, and you could just Prismatic anything you needed to, that seems pretty sweet. And the fact that I did not realize the interaction of, once you have Teferi and you have shields up and you have Standstill going, and they're not going to play into it, if you Teferi bounce the Standstill, Teferi shields are still up, you get to replay all of your stuff again, and then, hey, you can play the Standstill. So that is a clever thing that I wasn't thinking about fully before. So, hey, if you enjoy taking your time, then maybe this is the deck for you. But I want to say thank you for spending 3 hours with me today. If you stuck around with me the whole time and you haven't been following the channel, please consider hitting follow. I stream on Twitch. I also take my videos afterwards and I put them up on my own channel on YouTube, as well as Swish Gaming. Check out swishgaming.com. All right. Plenty of other content, plenty of other formats there, but hope you all have a great night, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.